Your word is yacht. Y-O-T. That is incorrect.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
The spelling bee reminds me of a very specific time in my life. A time I'd like to forget. So if you don't know what the spelling bee is, it's pretty much a contest with different levels where you have to spell harder and harder words as you advance. At the first level, you're spelling words like mouse or dog. And at the final level, you're spelling words like
iridocyclitis.
So from 5th to 8th grade, I attempted to become a spelling bee finalist. And I'm sure you can tell already that I didn't achieve that, because if I did, I would have been making dictionaries instead of YouTube videos. But I'm gonna tell y'all what went down during my run into spelling bee. So this all started in elementary school when our teacher passed out this list of words to the class. She was like, okay, study these words, guys, because soon we're gonna do a class spelling bee. And if you win, you'll move on to the school spelling bee. Now, I was already familiar with the spelling bee at this point because I lost the class round the previous year, and I was not finna let that happen again. All day, every day, I'm just reading the list over and over, testing myself like I'm Iron Man in the lab or something. Jarvis, spell dinosaur. Made myself a spelling bee suit. I'm not playing around. Day of the class contest comes, and I smoke everyone. I'm spelling all the words they give me with no issue. Next thing you know, I won. And looking back, I felt so tough, like I just did something so impressive. But in reality, I was the only one who was just taking it too seriously. Think about it, what 5th grader cares about a damn spelling bee test? Especially if it isn't for a grade. Nobody else in that class is trying to waste their time studying for this. Folks was purposely misspelling words just so they can go on with their day. Spell dog. Dog. W-Z-Y. Anyway, I got home and I began studying for the school-wide spelling bee. And I put my all into this, bro. Normally, I would be playing natural disasters on Roblox. Now I'm 100% locked in on this list of words. Got my siblings to read out the words while I'm doing exercises. Bicycle. B-I-C-Y-C-L-E. Now you're probably wondering why I was trying this hard. Well, part of it was just me wanting to win, right? But the main reason was that I saw the finalists got stuff like money and iPads when they won. Emphasis on iPad. I wanted an iPad. I did this all for an iPad. So the day of the school spelling bee arrives and they got like half the school sitting in the gym watching us compete. I'm taking full advantage, man. I'm wearing my nicest filers and everything. Spit shined them the day before. I take a look at my competition and I chuckle. These guys don't stand a chance. They explain the rules saying that if you hear this bell, that means you spelled the word wrong and you lose. By the way, I always found using the bell so funny. Like they're trying to make us feel less bad about losing with a nice little ding instead of hitting us with the Family Feud buzzer. Anyway, first kid goes up, spell thanks. Tanks. T-A-N-K-S. I hear that and now I'm laid back. I'm in my prime going against these dumb little 2nd graders. Who's gonna stop me? This is my court. We got through a few rounds and it's time for me to go up again. Spell entrance. Entrance. E-N-T-E-R-A-N-C-E. Too easy. That is incorrect. The spelling is E-N-T-R-A-N-C-E. I felt my legs turn to jello. I could hear my whole class just smack their teeth at the same exact time. I cooked myself by overthinking it. What I did was I heard the word entrance, so I just spelled the word enter and added the A-N-C-E at the end, not knowing that there's no extra E. To this day, whenever I hear the word entrance, it activates something in me. A chill goes through my body. And to be fair to myself, right? Why would you not spell entrance with the word enter in it? Entrance is just a different version of enter. They just change stuff just to change it. Fast forward to the 6th grade and the same thing happens. This time I made it further though. Like I was 5th place or something. I can't remember exactly, but I was really close. But it wasn't enough. And every day after that competition, I was praying on the downfall of the other 4 people ahead of me. Because that was the only way I could become first. Coming up with plots to get rid of them. Hey, what bus do you ride? Bus 2408. Just start cutting their brakes. Now the 7th grade spelling bee, in my opinion, was absolute BS. To me, it doesn't even count. So one of my English teachers is like, okay, we're gonna do a spelling test. No mention of a spelling bee or nothing. We didn't get no spelling list. No, just a random spelling pop quiz. I'm like, I don't know what this is all about, but alright. So she would just say a bunch of words and tell us to write each down. Afterwards, she collects all our papers and looks over them and is like, okay, Mia is gonna represent our class for the school spelling bee. I wanted to destroy Mia. I don't know if they forgot to give out the list or if they just didn't care, but that was bogus. That was like a Thunder versus Pacers final. The ring didn't count. No prep. Star player was absent. It don't count. You can't just make somebody compete in something with no warning, bro. So now I had to wait another year to get a chance to win. So the 8th grade spelling bee was when things started to heat up. This time I won the class contest again, and I put my all into making sure I won the school-wide spelling bee, because this was actually my last chance to win. Once you're in high school, you can't do the spelling bee anymore. You're not allowed to compete. You're an unk now. You gotta start playing Scrabble. So I get home and get to work. At this point, my siblings are so sick of me using them as test subjects for my spelling practice, so I would just make recordings of myself reading the list of words, and I would play it back to myself and write out each word on paper. Then I check how much I got right. I'm doing all this in the 8th grade. I'm supposed to be, I don't know, going outside at this age. All I spent my time doing was preparing for the spelling bee. The day finally arrived. The school spelling bee. I was shaking. Everything was riding on this. My dignity, my hard work, iPad. This time it was after school in the library with no audience. It was just the contestants and the teachers. And that helped me be a little less nervous. The last thing I needed was to have to spell in front of an audience again. Look at his knees, he's scared. So we get to spelling and I'm cooking. Every word I get, I'm spelling it right back. And one by one, my ops started to fall. That bell just keeps going off. Ding, ding, ding. Eventually, it's me and one other person. Every time it's their turn to spell, I'm just hoping they mess up, and then they finally crack. They misspelled the word that I knew how to spell, so now I had to go and spell it right. I go up to that microphone like I'm Prime MJ. Adequate. ADQUATE. I did it. After 3 years, I finally did it. Like I said, it was in a quiet library, so there wasn't much hype. But in my head, I felt like I just won the Eastern Conference Finals. I think I even did a post-game interview. Yeah, you know, we worked hard, we put the work in, and you know, we just put it all out on the stage. I'll never forget, they rewarded me with a bag of Ghirardelli caramel chocolates. And if you're familiar with the channel, they pretty much just gave me celebratory crack. Next day at school, I'm thinking I'm him. They're saying my name on the announcements, giving me props. Congratulations to Mama Hey, how you say this African shit? Man, I don't know. Hey, congratulations to you, bro. Clap it up. Congratulations to you. I'm in the hallways like, ladies, one at a... This is all in my head, by the way. Ladies, one at a time. Just in the hallways talking to myself. Now, I had to prepare for the county-wide spelling bee. I take the studying to another level. I'm at the crib watching film, watching past spelling bee finalists. All of them Indian, by the way. What is up with that? Hey, shout out to my Indians, man. But like, why are y'all always winning the spelling bee? What is your secret? Man, I'm gonna just keep some naan in my pockets just in case I forget how to spell a word. Just take a bite and become a genius. Anyways, this time the list of words were pages long. Some of them were in different languages. I had to spell words with Hawaiian and Native American origin. I sounded so crazy when I was studying. Aloha, hickory, moccasin, tiki. All of a sudden my bed starts floating because it sounds like I'm casting spells. The county spelling bee arrives and I'm ready. One of my teachers from 7th grade came to support and that hyped me up even more. I got you. I'ma win this for us. First round starts and I'm watching people go up and I'm just fully confident that I'm just gonna smoke everybody again. I spent so much time studying these words, there was no way I could lose. Finally, it's my turn to spell my very first word. Your word is pearlescent. Pearlescent. P-E-A-R-L-S-C-E-N-T. Pearlescent. That is incorrect. The correct spelling is P-E-A-R-L-E-S-C-E-N. I lost on the very first word. And I lost the same exact way I did back in 5th grade. So what happened was I heard the word pearlescent and I immediately envisioned the words pearl and scent. And forgetting the E, I just spelled pearl and scent together. And before I even heard the bell, I realized I spelled it wrong. Because the crazy thing is, I was already familiar with the word pearlescent. Because around this time, I was so addicted to playing GTA 5. And when you go to get a paint job for your car, there's a type of paint called pearlescent paint. And I always choose it. So I knew how to spell the word. I just made the horrible mistake of forgetting the E. That's so crazy how this is the second time the letter E cooked me. Worst letter of all time. I blew my last chance at winning the spelling bee. For the next 5 minutes, I was just in shock. I lost all my hearing. I look in the crowd at my teacher. She's just like... So if you lost, you had to go sit in the audience and wait for the round to be over to leave. And I was so angry, bro. I sat down and my body temperatures got higher and higher. I just lost my very last chance to win this thing I always wanted to win. I was so mad. I for real started growling and breathing heavy. Man, I'll never forget. There was this little white girl who also lost sitting next to me. And I could feel her taking glimpses at me in panic. And shoot, I would be scared too if I had some dude huffing and puffing next to me. You good, man? The round ended and I finally got to leave, and I felt so horrible. All that work I put in just to lose in the first round. And I was never really a sore loser, but losing like that after everything just destroyed me. The second I got home, I launched myself into my bed. Get back to school the next day, and I'm trying to keep my head down, but it was no good. Had people asking me if I won and stuff. I'm like, nah. They're like, well, how far did you get? I lost in the first round. Ah! Everyone that heard the news just looked so disappointed. Even the teachers are side-eyeing me like. And what made me more mad was now I knew how to spell all these German and Dutch words for no reason. When am I ever gonna have to spell the word klumpen? Anyways, that's my experience with the spelling bee, man. Hopefully a former spelling bee finalist sees this, because I want to hear your experiences with it. Like, what happens after? Do you automatically become CEO of spelling? I don't know. Matter of fact, I want to hear your stories in the comments if you've ever been in the spelling bee period. Anyway, subscribe to my channel. Also sub to the second channel where I stream often. And if you don't like watching your live streams on YouTube, I stream on Twitch as well. And join my Discord. The mods keep complaining that the Discord is dead, so go fix that. Hey, I need all of y'all to change your profile pictures to one of these. We gotta expand the jar me. I've been seeing y'all in comment sections. Keep it up.